for example 1 and 2 here, we want to check that our decimal answer that we get from our quadratic formula matches the answer that we get from our graphs. So I've graphed this already, and I've got this equation here. I've got zeros at -1 and positive 2.66. So I'm going to check that my quadratic formula gives me the exact same solution. So x is equal to negative of -5, which is positive 5. -5 squared is positive 25 minus 4 times a times c, which is -8. Okay, make sure you keep track of your signs. All the plus minuses you have to be careful with. And this is 2 times a, so 2 times 3 in the denominator. Okay, so then x is equal to 5 plus minus the square root of, this works out to be 25 minus 12 times 8, that's going to be 96. So it's going to be plus, so 25 plus 96, and that's going to be all over the denominator of 6. Combining those terms, I get 5 plus minus the square root of 121 over 6. 121 is a perfect square, so we get 5 plus minus 11 over 6. So if I do 5 minus 11 divided by 6, it's -6 over 6, which gives me the -1. 5 plus 11 is 16 over 6. 16 divided by 6 is going to give me 2 and 2/3 or 2.6 repeating. We'll do the same thing with the next one. We've graphed it already. The graph of that function gives me zeros at -1.31, and it is a irrational number, and the other solution is 3.81. So again, I'm just going to plug into the quadratic formula. B is positive 5, so I get -5 plus minus 5 squared minus 4. There's lots of negatives here, so we have to keep track of this. -2, positive 10 for AC, and that's all over 2 times A, which is -2. So we end up with -5 plus minus, working this all out, is 25 plus 80, so plus minus square root of 105 all over -4. Okay, now we can work with that -4. We can also kind of get rid of some negatives here. Now this is a bit tricky, so you have to be careful if you're going to do this. I'm going to make this into, I'm going to multiply top and bottom by negatives, so I'm going to end up with positive 5 minus plus, which is really the same as plus minus 105 all over positive 4. That way I don't have to worry about the extra negative in there, and it makes this a little bit easier to calculate. So using 5 plus square root 105, that's about 15 divided by 4. That's going to give us our 3.81, and then 5 minus square root 105 is going to give me negative numbers, but going to be about negative, well, it's going to calculate to -1.31 when I put it into my calculator.